Hi, everybody. How's it going? That's Gregory clomping in the background, and we're Tessless.
Yes, we have no Tess, so this will go off the rails faster than normal.
Poor Tess.
They have absolutely no supervision.
I'm sure. And then who's going to stop us at like 45 minutes, too?
Like, I can kind of see it from here, though I have the old man eyes, so hopefully
Maybe you'll have to set an alarm.
we'll be fine.
Yeah, we're fine.
If Jacqueline shows up, we'll know we've gone over.
Or
Good
not.
luck, everybody.
Bye, Gregory.
Bye.
Anyway, let's get going. I'm Phillip,
I'm Tommy.
and welcome to RCX UnPHILtered. That's it. That's all we got.
Yep, that's all we planned for.
Thanks for joining us for the 44 seconds we've been on. Yep. Tess is out. Hang on, let me check. Let me see if this thing's working.
Yeah, so Tess is doing a oh hi Jess. Tess is rehearsing for a play, which allegedly opens Friday, according to Gregory.
Allegedly.
I know she told me, and I have forgotten.
I asked her to tell me, but she
Yeah.
she obviously decided not to.
It
do
is at Bright Point or adjacent to Bright Point. I know she's doing it for
that. It's Bright Point adjacent.
yeah, Bright Point adjacent. I know it's for a class. She's getting a grade. Hopefully, she gets an A. But I want to go opening night because that's usually when the catastrophes happen.
We like catastrophes.
Yeah, it's funnier that way.
I won't be able to go Friday. Maybe I can go Saturday. I have to look it up
Yeah,
because it's all weekend, I think, right?
well, I think it's 6 shows because I think it goes for 2 weekends. I think.
I think Friday. Friday, I'm going to try to do the whole GalaxyCon thing. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm hoping Friday to take naps and maybe read a book.
We'll read a book.
We'll see. I did not do very well today. I only managed to read like 3 comics today. I had a giant stack of stuff that I planned to read, and I just didn't get through it. I failed.
I mean, you read like 3 books,
Yeah, it's true.
so it's not that bad.
Actually, I read 4 books.
Look, you see Scholastic Island banner over your head.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
It's a little shiny.
It looks really good. If you
Like-
guys haven't come in to see it, it looks awesome.
It's shiny like your head.
Nothing shiny like my head.
I don't know. The Scholastic Island looks pretty shiny back there. So yeah, lots going on this weekend. Tess in a play,
Mhm.
GalaxyCon. I'm sure there's something else going on in Richmond this weekend.
I'll be at work all day Saturday, all day Sunday. So if
Yeah.
anybody wants to come by and buy some stuff, I'll
Tommy
be
be
here.
working.
Yeah, I slacked off a lot last week, so I got to work extra this week.
Poor things. Anyway, we'll talk about books. Pick one. Pick a number, 1 through 6.
Just the one on top. I mean, it's easier that way.
Fine. Nightwing.
Nightwing.
Number 102.
Yep.
It is now the dawn of DC.
Consistently DC's best title. Maybe the best superhero book coming out right now.
It is actually pretty wonderful.
It's the art's great. I mean, it's Tom Taylor writing, so you know the writing is top notch.
And this is the beginning of the Titans
Yeah,
stuff that's getting
we're,
ready to hit.
yeah. The book is leading into the new Titan series, which I am really excited about. This was Gregory's pick of the week.
What?
Yep.
And look, all the Titans are in the lettering. Cyborg, Beast Boy.
So they announced last week that there's an issue of Nightwing coming up that it's gonna be like a first-person shooter. The whole thing is gonna be from Dick's perspective.
105.
105.
105.
So yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I'm real excited for that. It's an interesting concept. I've seen it done in comics once or twice, but never to like great effect. But with this creative team, I have high hopes that it will be awesome.
Hey, Megan. Megan said hi.
Oh, hi.
Ooh. And now we get to someone who eats your face off. And
Yeah.
it's not Venom.
That
He only eats your brains. This guy eats your face off. So
One
Amazing
time-
Spider-Man 22.
one time Venom did threaten to eat his liver, I think.
He did.
The Eric Larson era, I believe. So we're in the middle of the story. It explains why Mary Jane and Peter broke up. and
why she has 2 kids,
yeah.
and
yeah.
why he works for Norman Osborn,
Yep.
and
So we are still not quite at the revelation part of this yet,
but
except
we're getting close.
we learn at the end of this why Peter was sitting in a crater
We do.
in the first issue of this run.
we
So
do.
We do at least get that.
He had to go bad, really bad. He's sitting in a crater.
So yeah, it's one of those things where like they've been building towards a story for a while. The first 2 parts of this have been pretty solid. It's mostly flashbacks. So
It's actually a really good issue.
yeah.
I mean, to lead into this story and what's going on, and you get to find out more about, I guess, Mary Jane's husband, boyfriend, whatever.
Yeah.
I ain't really said.
Yeah, they haven't
But
said.
you find out more about him in here too. And then there's a really cool She-Hulk ad. See, it's Jen Bartel with She-Hulk. Come on,
Yeah.
man. It's still the best book when nothing happens. She-Hulk.
I know.
Yes, sorry.
I need to read She-Hulk. I still haven't gotten to it.
I love the She-Hulk. You haven't read that. Here, we'll go here.
Neighbors. This is my pick of the week. It is a very strange book. It's definitely
It's underneath us, not beneath us.
It is.
Underneath us.
There are 3 or 4 different plot threads that are seemingly not connected that I'm sure will be connected by the time we get to the end of this. But like a new family moves to town and the old lady that lives next door is clearly a witch.
Really, not figuratively. Just
Yeah.
Really a witch.
Like, yeah, she's in her yard with like, anyway, it's an interesting story. I have no idea what's happening.
Nope.
But the writing and the art are solid. I believe in Boom as a publisher. So it definitely got me hooked for the next issue because there's a few really odd things that happen in the book. And I'm like, I have no idea what's happening, but I really want to know.
Yeah. No spoilers, but see, like, look, like weird, playing with a snake
Yeah.
and then eating a snake?
Yeah, it's not clear really.
Not clear, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So there's a lot of weird stuff going on. There's a little kid who sometimes says some very strange things.
So if you didn't read Autumnal, which was from what publisher was Autumnal? Vault. It was from Vault. This has a lot of that vibe where these people, this mom and her daughter moved to this town and weird things happen. That's kind of what this, I mean, it's different, but it's kind of that kind of vibe-ish. So it was actually pretty good. Weird.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, and the art's
pretty good. It has one of the main characters is trans, which they've barely delved into that, but there's clearly like some family dynamic drama.
There's some family issues there.
Yeah, so I am interested to see how well the story is told and how all that kind of works itself in. So
it's definitely family issues.
Yeah.
We'll save that for last. We'll go with this one because you didn't read this one.
I sat down to read the first 3 issues of Wasp today. I got through an issue and a half, and then Phillip and I started talking.
Right.
And now here we are.
So issue 3 came out this week, and I really just bring this up because this series has been pretty phenomenal. And I think issue 4 is the finale. Yeah. If issue 4 is the finale, but it's really dealing with a lot of like Janet's past family issues and then Nadia's Red Room stuff. So it's kind of getting into that, and there's this villain that's kind of getting into their heads. So, but it's actually, once again, the art's really good on this. Al Ewing is the writer, so it's a pretty solid. I don't know who the artist is. I'm not going to even pronounce. You going to pronounce that name?
Nope.
Yep. Sorry.
I love the issue and a half that I read. The dynamic between Janet and Nadia is great because very easily Janet could have just hated Nadia because of who she is and what she represented. But she very much was like, okay, this is a kid who I really like and I will take them under my wing, sometimes literally.
Yep.
And they have a great dynamic. I really enjoy watching them together.
If you're not reading this, you really probably should be reading this. It's one of those books that I picked up because it had Nadia in it, because not the biggest Janet fan.
Yeah, Unstoppable Wasp, was that the name of the book?
Yeah.
Yeah, that book was great.
That book was awesome. But the Janet in here, like Tommy was saying, is 100 times better than. I guess she's been better through the whole Unstoppable stuff too.
Yeah.
And it didn't go away from that, right? So they didn't. This isn't the Janet that you had back in the Avengers during the.
Yeah, Stepmom
80s.
Janet seems
Yeah.
much like a much better, more relatable character than
Yeah.
the Janet we've seen in the past.
So number 3 did not disappoint, and I am really excited for number 4. So there's a really good ending to this one. Really good ending to this.
So the book that we want to not like, but we can't help it because it's so good.
That's why it's last.
Ugh.
Why? Why am I reading multiple Superman books?
Right? This is the last time we enjoyed Superman this much, it was when Clark was dead.
He was dead. The man was
Like
dead.
honestly.
So this is Superman number 2, part of the Dawn of DC. And I have a new favorite character in Marilyn Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Moonlight. Sorry. Moonlight. I'm sorry.
Like she shows up for like a page and a half,
like
and
2
it's just like
panels.
steals the show. Like no idea who she is or what she's doing, but
But she's a Western character.
Yeah.
Somehow she's tied to a Western character.
yeah, we get a little flash of like the
Yeah.
Wild West in the panel.
Yeah.
It's like so the MacGuffin here is someone, I'm not going to say who, has taken Parasite, and instead of Parasite draining power and getting bigger, he multiplies.
Yeah.
So like there's a million parasites, and some of them are microscopic.
Yeah.
So like it's
crazy.
I've never seen them do this with Parasite's power set before.
And now that number 2's come out, I'm just going to tell you that there is no LexCorp anymore. It's SuperCorp.
Yeah, Lex is in prison and has signed over LexCorp to Superman, and now Mercy Graves is basically Superman's like the
Yeah.
person running the thing while Superman does. his stuff.
Mercy is basically the CEO of
SuperCorp.
SuperCorp.
Yep.
So there's like everything has been rebranded. It's all Superman related. Like he owns everything, right?
So
And the best part is because the first issue's already coming out and there's spoilers here. Since there's spoilers here, the best thing is Superman can't turn it down because if it turns it down, everyone gets fired.
yeah, like half of Metropolis loses their job. Yeah.
Which is so Lex, right?
Yep.
Like, so he's like doing this stuff, but like he's basically blackmailing Superman into running his company and helping with his company while he's in prison.
One of the fun things in this is that Lex knows Superman is listening for him all the time. So he's sitting in his prison cell, like giving Superman instructions, knowing Superman can hear him, and he can't like respond to Lex unless he goes to the prison. And it's fun. It like we get to see that side of Lex where he's like really smart, and still a jerk. He's Lex Luthor.
He's Lex Luthor, yeah.
But it's super fun. And this story arc reminds me, for any of you who watch Buffy and Angel, season 5 of Angel, this book kind of reminds me of that a little bit, where the evil law firm is like, hey, you get to run the evil law firm, do whatever you want. We don't care. Yeah. And like Superman running SuperCorp is kind of the same thing. He's, know they're doing some shady stuff. Yeah. But like, what does he do about it? Does everybody get fired?
I did get a chance to talk to Joshua Williamson just to tell him that I was very upset with him that he's making me read a Superman book because like I didn't think it would be possible. But like between this, like Action Comics is really good.
Yeah,
this is I still think I like this better than Action.
The new John Kent book is
and
really
the John
good
Kent book is, but Action's great though. But I think the problem I'm having with Action is not that the book is bad. I'm enjoying the backup story better.
Yeah.
The backup story with Power Girl being a psychiatrist is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So that's really good. So, hey, Scott. Scott said hi.
Oh, hi, Scott.
So, yes. So basically, Joshua Williamson got us to read a Superman book. And then the new John Kent book is also.
So currently we're reading 3 super books, which is 3 more than we normally read. And we're getting a new Connor book.
Right.
And I'm probably going to at least read the first issue of that, because if it's nearly as good as these 3, man, it's so weird to really be enjoying Superman like this.
Yeah. And I know that a lot of people, and this isn't the place for this, but I know a lot of people are sitting there going, DC doesn't know what they're doing. Obviously, you're not reading their books.
Yeah.
Because if I'm reading a Superman book and multiple Superman books, something is happening, right?
Yeah, I hear, we hear a lot of negativity on our side of the counter from a lot of people, but I just have to think that those people aren't actually reading anything, because there's a bunch of really good books coming out right now.
I left my pick of the week.
Oh, Phillip forgot his pick of the week, which I haven't read yet, but it's really pretty.
So my pick of the week is Pixies, Pixies of the 60s. And it is exactly what you would think it would be.
Yeah.
So it's in the 1960s. It's the United Kingdom. It's a swing in London, and the fairies are breaking loose. Literally, the fairies. So it's the Pixies are going out in town, and it's a humanoids book. So yes, so it being humanoids, it's not American material.
Yeah.
It's foreign stories, but I love stuff like the humanoids and things like that. So it's pretty phenomenal. Nope, not drug induced. They're actual pixies.
Yep.
No, they have wings.
I started.
They don't even have Red Bull. They just have wings.
I started reading it earlier. It definitely feels like an allegory for the gay experience in the 60s.
I'm looking forward to this too. Black Cat Social Club. That's going to be pretty phenomenal.
We saw some preview stuff at a Comics Pro. It looked really cool. So, what is humanoids?
Oh, so humanoids is another. It's another publisher. So here, humanoids is one of the few publishers that basically they bring over art and comics from overseas. So like this is UK. They bring over a lot of French stuff, a lot of UK stuff. So it just depends on what's happening. You're seeing Image do a little bit of that now with like some of the Merca and Dolfo stuff. Like all the Sweet Paprika stuff has been coming out in Italy forever, and now they're doing that. But Humanoids has been doing this forever.
Yeah.
So it's Humanoids and what's the other one? Fantagraphics. Fantagraphics does a lot of foreign stuff, but Humanoids, almost everything that they do is overseas. So,
and they package their books well. Like they're all really high quality. The art's beautiful. The writing's really good. They do a good job with stuff that was originally published in Italian or French first. They do a good job translating it. It's all really, really good stuff.
Yeah. So, and it's usually collected like this, like this probably came out in some, I don't look it up a whole lot. Sometimes I do, but this may have come out like an anthology book over in, sorry, Siri. It probably came out like an anthology or something like that. And then they repackage it and bring it over to the US. So
that happens a lot. We got a lot of books from them that are in different formats than they were published originally.
Do I recommend any particular humanoids? Pixies of the 60s. I'd have to think about it. Maybe what I'll do is after this, I'll look back through my list of books because I do own quite a few humanoids. I'm just really awful at remembering things.
Or the Meta Baron stuff.
Meta Barons of humanoids.
Is that reprints of stuff from like
that's
the 80s
reprint
and
stuff.
90s,
Yeah,
I think.
But that's all UK based stuff. Like humanoids. There's a whole bunch of stuff. What I'll do is I'll put a link or some other information down in the description after this video, probably tomorrow. You can come back and take a look at it then. So, because I'm really awful at stuff like that, and that way I don't remember. Put me on the spot.
Yeah. I haven't read a ton of humanoids, the stuff that they've published. Most of the stuff I've read is like little one-off things. So like Pixies of the 60s is perfect for me. I'm excited to read that.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, the way I do stuff, it didn't actually pull up. So, oh well. I tried, man. But I'll put it. Yeah, I'll put something in there so that way you'll have an idea of the list and what I usually read and stuff like that, but I kind of get a bunch of stuff. But like I said, this comes out. They've got a Black Cat Social Club, which is coming out soon. Let's see if they have. No, they don't have anything else there in the back. Oh, they're doing a volume 2 of Pixies in the 60s.
No, that's cool.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. Something else. There's another company too, and I can't think of it right now. Man.
I mean, 2000 AD does all the Judge
Yeah,
Dredd
but that's all the
stuff.
Judge Dredd. It's not Fantagraphics too, but there's another company where I buy stuff from that does a whole bunch of that stuff. But
I don't read a ton of European comics, so I'm kind of.
yeah, I read a bunch of European comics.
I know. I see what you get every week. I know you do.
Yeah, I do. I do get a lot of European comics. So my European comics are interesting, right? Because overseas, especially in France, this medium is looked at completely different. Like it is a higher form of reading is what's considered, because not only do you have the writing, you have the art, and you have that art direction. And so it's looked at a lot differently, and you can usually see it in the volumes that's released. And maybe next week I'll bring the Strangers in Paradise.
Oh, God, it's so pretty.
So I have a problem. Hi, I'm Phillip. I have a problem, and it is called Terry Moore. And so I own all of Terry Moore's stuff that's been released here. And so now my new obsession for the last few years is I'm getting everything in foreign editions. And I will bring at least a French edition next week, maybe more. And we can go through that and kind of show you the difference between a binding here versus a binding overseas and how they look at their book and look at their art. It's completely different. Yeah. Asterix is a phenomenal book.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah, Phoebe asked me about that because she's read a bunch of it, and I have not. I have never read Asterix. Although it's like that and Tintin are two of the most recognizable comics in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, Tintin is been coming up here. But yeah, so I do read a lot of foreign edition books. Actually, one of my favorite books from 2021 was Carmen, which was actually Spanish. It was originally in Spanish, and it came out over here. I think that was Image released as a mini series, but it came out as a graphic novel over there. So it was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was really good.
Literally my favorite book of 2021. So that was really cool.
Yeah,
really
really
cool.
Book was a wild ride.
Good old Carmen. And since then, I don't know if you noticed or not, but there's tons of books named Carmen.
Yeah, I did. There's been like 3 others since then.
But wait, why is there another book called Carmen?
At least some of them are spelled differently.
Yeah, some of them have a C. So anyway, I'll do that. I'll bring Terry stuff next week. I'll get the humanoids list for here, and we'll talk about that next time, because that'd be a lot of fun. So anyway, and then what else we got going on? So we're not setting up at GalaxyCon Richmond,
right?
But I'll be going on Friday to hang out, walk around, point at people.
I know Gregory and Cody are either going Saturday or Sunday. I can't remember which days, but I will not be making it out there, sadly. But
oh,
I know.
Oh, your life's so hard.
It is. Somebody's making me work all weekend.
I don't know who that is.
It's me. I'm making me work all weekend.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? It's on Netflix, I believe. The new animated series is on Netflix. It's a couple of years old now, but it's also really good. If you have not seen the new Carmen Sandiego animated series, it's really good.
Okay.
So, yeah. Any upcoming events?
Oh, yeah. We've got a couple of events upcoming.
April
15th.
This is not in the store.
This is not in the store.
Yeah.
April 15th, we'll be out at Powhatan Middle School. We're doing a Comic-Con out there. I have not started really pushing it on social media. I know I'm behind on that, but I'm waiting for a couple more people to let me know if they're coming or not. And so by the end of this week, or by this weekend, I will have it all over social media. We're going to make an event. on Facebook and push it out and do all that. And I haven't really talked to Tess about it, but I'm sure we'll do some TikToks and some Instagrams and that sort of thing. But we've done it a couple times before. The last time we did 2018, 2019.
And then the apocalypse.
And then
happened.
2020 got canceled because of COVID. So we're now getting back to it. I've talked to at least one other comic dealer who will be out there. Collector's Attic, Mike Fonseca. He's going to come out.
Is he?
Yep. Yeah, I talked to him
That's cool.
over the weekend. Or I got sometime last week. I touched base.
Did
And he was
Mike
like,
show
absolutely.
up? I haven't seen Mike in a while.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Anyway,
did.
this is off the rails.
Yeah, the last one we did there, I had forgotten that he set up
showed-
at that one. And so
Gotcha.
he was like, yeah, absolutely.
So that's April 15th.
Yep. And
So-
a bunch of our regular like local artists are going to be out there. I've got a buddy of mine who has started like going to shows selling like Funko Pops and stuff. I haven't gotten a confirmation from him yet, but hopefully he'll be out there. So your Funko Pop needs will be taken care of. And then we'll have a ton of stuff. I know we're going to bring a lot of middle grade books and some young adult stuff and then some regular comics. I haven't even started thinking about what all we're going to take out there.
We'll probably get Jacqueline involved.
Yeah. But we're gonna bring a ton of stuff out. It's gonna be a good time. And then a few weeks later, first Saturday in May, Free Comic Book Day, which for those of you who haven't heard yet, we've got a couple of guests coming that are pretty exciting for us. Jared Melendez, who did Chef's Kiss, will be here. Tom Engelberger, who did Origami Yoda. And his latest book is Two-Headed Chicken, came out about a month ago. He will be out.
And he did the Rocket and Groot.
Oh, right. I
All
keep
ages
forgetting
book.
about the
Yeah,
Rocket
he
and
did
Groot
those
book.
too.
Yeah, he's done a
So,
ton
yeah.
of kids' books that are adorable.
Yeah,
So
they're all really good. They're all kind of in the vein. Well, the Rocket and Groot are kind of in the vein of like Wimpy Kid and stuff,
Mhm.
where it's art and like a page and just art all in.
Yeah.
And then Two-Headed Chicken's actually really good. So he'll be here and Jared will be here.
Yeah.
So
and then we've got, I don't remember the dates. You're doing
on so that's the 6th of May is Free Comic Book Day, and we'll have like there's 2 big guests, and we have everyone else that we normally have here, which is always big for us because they all support us. And we'll probably do a show on just Free Comic Book Day coming up soon, because we're ramping up for that. But then the following Saturday, the 13th, we'll be with CPAL, which is the Chesterfield
Police Athletic League.
Police Athletic League. Thank you. The Athletic League got away from me, and PAL stuck me with the animals, like Row. And I was sitting there going, Animal League? Just for Police Animal League? No. Athletic League. So we've been doing a lot of stuff with them over the last few years.
Yeah, we did a thing Halloween. We set up at the park down here. They did like a little haunted thing, and we set up and gave out comics and candy.
And then so that's at the courthouse library that will be set up there on the 13th. And then in June is our June 1st is our 36th anniversary as Richmond Comics.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been around that long. Yes, we've been around that long.
And boy, do we feel it.
Yeah, let me tell you. And so during that time, we will probably do some stuff for our subscribers and have some stuff for them for a night or so. We're planning some stuff now.
Yeah, we're still
but
working
then it will carry over into something we're going to do bigger. You know, we haven't figured all that out yet, but we know that we're going to do something for our subscribers that's been with us for a long time. We've been around 36 years, and we still have some of our subscribers that's been here for all 36 years.
Yeah.
So that's pretty impressive. So we'll be doing stuff for them. And then, right, I'm trying to think. think that's it
I
for.
think it's all we have on the books right now.
We
I've got-
are going to revisit. We are going to do our fall festival again.
Yeah, that worked out really well.
Um,
Everybody had a great time.
Yeah.
So,
So we have learned that
Mhm.
you can't do anything on Halloween in Richmond, which makes sense, right?
there's so much stuff to
Yeah.
do for free or cheap in the city that nobody comes out for Halloween. And you know, we get it. It's fine. So we'll, the Halloween Comic Fest books we'll just hold for a couple weeks.
Yep.
And give away at our fall festival.
Yep. Yeah. That my Sword of Omens will not be leaving my house. Sorry, it will be hanging around. It will be hanging around my house. But yeah, we will be revisiting that. It may be earlier this year than last year because we did it in November, and I feel that we lucked out because it was like 60 degrees in
Yeah.
November. Of course, it's been that way all along. So, but we will be revisiting that, which I'm excited for what we're doing there because not doing it on Halloween seems to work out.
And sometime later this year, I haven't worked it out yet. I've got at least one local creator that works like with Marvel and DC, who we've talked about getting him out for a signing. But we haven't figured out a date yet.
Right.
So we'll announce that when we have a date.
And we haven't told you this. So I brought it up to Jacqueline. I think we're going to do on a Saturday when you're working is we're going to set up Watson.
Okay.
So we're going to have Watson review here signing autographs.
Oh, that's adorable. Oh, that's exciting.
For a couple hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. We figured it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Like no one may show up for that. But
Well,
if the
that's
kids
fine.
and stuff show up with Watson, it'd be kind of like a kissy booth
Yeah.
with Watson. So we're thinking about doing that. We just got to figure out a date, and we're going to do that and set up here, so we can be here for a couple hours and then move on. So you can meet Watson from the Watson review. So that'll be a lot
sounds
of fun.
Yeah.
So, but I think that's kind of all we have right now.
Yeah, I think it's all that's on the books at the moment.
We're going to really, really try to do a lot of. I mean, we're trying to do more and more stuff and bring more and more stuff in. I know you see a lot of us focusing. If you watch our TikToks with Tess, she focuses a lot on our young adult, all ages side. But we're working to do a lot of stuff still with the comic side too. We have not forgotten that comic side at all because that's us, right? That's a lot of that. So, but we are bringing in more families and all that stuff. So it's working really, really well. That's helping, and it's leading to more comics and some of the older stuff.
Yeah. I haven't priced any new back issues in a while, and I don't know when I'll get back to it because we've got a lot going on the next couple of months, but we will talk about it at length when I get back to pricing back issues.
Yeah. Yep. So, because we've still got a ton.
Yeah.
And like when that last time I was in here, JP came in. He was like, "Do you have any Superman stuff?" I'm like, "Oh, JP."
Yeah.
We've got full runs of.
The problem is I have more comics than I have space. So deciding what to price and when and what to put where, it's, logistically, it's sometimes problematic. Like, it's the best problem to have. I have so much cool stuff that I don't know where to put it. But it is still like a little problematic.
Yeah, that's where we're at right now. It's not the problem that we actually have, and like Tommy said, is technically I could open up another store this size and we would still run out of room. Like it's a great problem to have, but at the same time, it's like I can't open a 6,000 square foot store.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen.
Be nice if we could, though.
Would be. Yeah. Yeah. Just tell the dentist, hey, we're going to take over this room.
I know, man. Like, if they weren't in the way, we could just knock a wall down and add the old space to this one.
Yeah. So, but we've still got a lot of stuff that we got to go through. So we'll get there, or we're getting there. It's just a lot more stuff. So, because I'd like to have some creators here for our fall festival too.
Yes.
So, And just so you know, most of the creators that I try to get is the ones that I like. So
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely target people whose work we enjoy because it's easier to talk to them. Like if it's somebody who's popular, but we're like, I don't really care about you, which sounds terrible. Like it's not that we don't care about them. It's just not our kind of thing. It's easier to get excited for people that we're already excited about to bring in the store. So
ran out of Walmart. And actually, it's funny you say that because we had talked about the old Big Lots on Hull Street, but it's on Hull Street.
yeah,
right?
that's
So it's that Big Lots is over at Hull Street and Courthouse, and looked at that facility. So, but it's like it's big enough, right? Because it's 20. It's like 20,000 square feet, but it's like
and that's the thing. Like the 10 minutes between Midlothian and Hull Street seems insurmountable for a lot of our clientele. Like I live right off Hull Street, so like I know like it's not that far. But like we've looked around Midlothian. There's really not a lot of good space.
Yeah. I'm not sure Jim Lee has gone to a comic shop in years.
Oh my God. Did they let him out of his office?
Well, they did. So I don't know if you saw or not, but I think it was him and Jenny Friesen got to go out to LA. They unveiled a giant statue of Wonder Woman. And so he spoke there, and I think they took it from one of her.
That's cool.
I think it was Jenny Friesen. Man, if it's not, I apologize. You know what? I'm going to go find out while we're sitting here talking.
Yeah.
Because I feel really bad if I just said something really wrong.
Well, I know Jim Lee, he's in California now, like because wherever DC is in California. So I guess it's easier for him to do West Coast stuff.
Oh, I was right.
Yep.
Yay!
That's really pretty.
So here, you're going to see us talk live because I had it in there. But sorry. Yeah.
Yep.
It was Inception. It was. But yeah, so they were out there in California, and basically it was based on.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. So there's now a Wonder Woman statue out there, but that's a long way to go to see a Wonder Woman statue.
It is. I gotta figure out how to talk him into going to Canada in September.
Everyone's arguing over the feet.
The feet.
Jim Lee's feet. I think it's Rob Liefeld's feet. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't. Jim Lee's only been doing covers lately, right?
Yeah, but he does. I mean, I see Batman's feet every once in a while when he does a bat cover. The bat boots. Bat Doc Martens, whatever they are.
Why Canada? Did I say something about Canada?
No, I did. You weren't paying attention.
Sorry, I was not paying attention at the time.
Oh, there's a new distributor, and I want to go to Canada.
Sorry. I was looking up something.
Yeah, he was busy. I was trying to.
I'm glad I love why Canada. I even didn't like the question. Why Canada?
Subliminals. It's fine. We got many months.
Rob was much worse. Yes, Rob was much worse.
Yeah.
Except for we did see that one bodybuilder that had the chest like the Captain America.
Yeah. So the infamous Captain America with the giant chest. It turns out that is doable by a human, but there's a bodybuilding pose where one of your arms like goes behind your body or something. And so like he drew the arm straight down instead of in the pose, which is why the chest looks so weird. But like there's a picture, he's basically took a picture of Arnold Schwarzenegger from a bodybuilding competition and traced the chest, but did not the arms because he needed the shield for Cap. So anyway.
Wait, what do you mean, Bill? What do you mean? Kelly Thompson's runs ending on Captain Marvel. Wait, I haven't heard that.
Oh yeah, they announced that like in the last few days.
Oh, come on,
I
man.
just saw it.
That's disappointing.
Yeah.
Are they ending the book? See, I'm asking y'all questions now. Are they ending the book?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think they're just bringing on new. There's a lot of creative team shifts about to happen. Like Wonder Woman and Flash are getting new creative teams after issue 800. I can't remember what the last
Kelly
issue
Thompson?
of Captain Marvel is for Thompson.
He said 50.
50. Okay.
Issue 50 is when Kelly.
What are we at now? Like 43?
Yeah, we're closing in.
Yeah, it's
going to
close.
be.
Yeah,
it's going to be pretty close. Yeah, that is very disappointing. I love Kelly Thompson, and I love her Captain Marvel stuff. So it's going to be hard to follow
Yeah.
that whole storyline. So yes, that is very disappointing.
Well, hopefully this is one where she wrapped up her story, unlike The Flash, where they were like, actually, 800 your last issue. We're going to bring in somebody new.
Well, it's Kelly Thompson, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, probably.
I'm pretty sure she can do that. We can get Arnold to hold Cap Shield for reference.
I don't think he looks like that anymore.
I don't think he's quite that big anymore.
Like, I guess if we want to do old man Captain America, we could hand him a shield because he's starting to look his age a little bit. He's in, what's like 70?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's up there now.
So you think Hickman's going to stay with the mutants while he's working on the Ultimate stuff?
Oh, Hickman left the mutants a while ago.
Well, I mean, but it's still his
Like-
plotting.
Well, from what I have read, Jerry Duggan has taken what Hickman's outline was and running with it. So Duggan is like the overseer now, not Hickman. He just got Hickman's notes and went. So I don't know. I kind of stopped reading X-Men a while ago. Like I don't enjoy books about villains, and the X-Men have definitely become the bad guys of the Marvel Universe over the course of this. Which, you know, when the whole of mutantdom goes, you know what? Apocalypse and Magneto made some good points. Maybe we should listen to them.
I too have quit reading the X-Men.
What? But you quit in like 1981.
Yeah, I never read this. Yeah, I quit not long after I started, so it was a long time ago. They were just never my thing.
I am looking
Just
forward
wasn't
to
my stuff.
the ultimate. I don't think it's going to be a reboot. I don't know what they're doing, but Hickman's the guy that killed the Ultimate Universe, so it makes sense that he be the guy
Bringing them back. Yeah.
So
He says he's still waiting on the end of X-Men Gold. That's fair. That's fair. And waiting. Yep. You're right.
Yep.
That's just like Tommy and I are still waiting for the second issue of Daredevil Bullseye.
Yep.
And waiting. And waiting.
This is so. Whenever you have a celebrity come in and write your book, make them finish writing it before you solicit the first issue.
Yeah.
If any of you become publishers,
Right.
and you have like a movie guy or a TV guy come in and write your books, no matter how good they are, Young Avengers, they're gonna be late, and then you're gonna lose momentum until 10 years later when people are like, "Oh my God, I want this thing that only sold 4,000 copies because it was 10 months late."
Yeah. I mean, granted, we finally did get the last issue of Camelot 3000, but
That was what, 20 years late?
something like that. It was
It's like
forever.
The Authority. Those last, what was it, 3 issues of The Authority that came out like 10 years later?
It was something. It was forever. God. It was some long ago. Well, what we're getting ready to go back to Battle Chasers.
Yeah, I saw that.
So Battle Chasers I think 13 was the last issue.
Yeah.
And 14
It's coming out this summer, I think.
Supposed to come out this summer. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Cool.
Yeah, I agree. I wish everything was Once and Future. You are 100% right.
Yep.
I love that book. I am still very, very disappointed
Like-
that Once and Future is gone.
Every time we talk to the guys at Boom, we're like, "Hey, you got any more of that Once in Future? Because I could use some more."
Deadline is more of a guideline. Yes, that is.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, I'll be fair. Also, like one of my favorite books of all time is Xenozoic Tales. And I love Mark Schultz. But it also ended at 13, and I've been waiting on issue 14 for 20 years.
But in between, we got Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, the animated series.
I know. I got stuff 20 years ago, yes. And he does some art books now.
Yeah.
But he's working on a graphic novel now to basically reintroduce Xenozoic.
Okay.
And then he's
Oh, right.
supposed to continue.
You talked to him at Baltimore,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So that's coming on. So yeah, we do want more Once and Future.
Yeah.
We definitely want that.
So I read the first 4 issues of Berserker, and I now have them all in hand, ready to read it all. I just haven't had time. But much like this, where like Berserker sold real well, and people were like, "We want more Berserker," and Boom was like, "Cool, here we got some one shots lined up for you."
Right.
Come on, Kieran Gillen.
Well,
Help me out, man.
so I think if you read the last issue of Once and Future, he actually says in there that he thought it would be easier to end Once and Future than it ended up being. So after he wrote like that first half, so I'm hoping he comes back and says, you know what, here's another one shot for you.
Like honestly, like Brubaker's been doing these hardcover graphic novels since the pandemic. They come out about once a quarter, and they're phenomenal. I mean, it's Brubaker doing like crime noir stuff, but I would love for a book like Once and Future for them to do like even like twice a year. Like give me a graphic novel every 6 months. It doesn't even have to be like an 80-page thing. Give me like 60 pages of just a story.
Yep.
I'm not picky.
No, not at all.
Like, you know,
I need something. It's kind of like the for 3 years we got the Klaus stuff, and I guess we're done with Klaus now. But man, that's a disappointment too.
Yeah, the definitive Santa Claus.
Yes,
God, it's so
I love
good.
Klaus. If you have not read Klaus, it's great. It's Grant Morrison doing what Grant Morrison does well with, and Dan Moore is the artist, which once again is, I guess it's the first place that I fell in love with Dan Moore,
Same.
right?
That was the first place I saw him.
So it's not that he wasn't doing more, but it's the first place that I saw him, and it was phenomenal. And Grant Morrison, for me, if you take Grant Morrison off of superhero stuff, he's perfect.
Yeah.
Some superhero stuff I do like of his, but if you haven't read Klaus, it is phenomenal.
It's really good.
So
all right, we have hit.
We are at time.
We're over time.
We are here, and we are at time. So thanks everyone for joining us. We appreciate it. We always enjoy it, and we learn stuff, right?
Yeah.
So that's always a good thing. So please come back and join us again next week while we're doing this. And if you did watch this and like it, please like the video, subscribe to our channel, and hit notifications. Because we're trying to drop videos at least 3 times a week. Every now and then we may get a 4th in, but we're going to at least do something for the 3 times a week. And I think Tommy and I got some other stuff planned, just not for live, but like, I'm not sure if we're going to do our free comic book day one live or we'll do just a film, but we've got a whole bunch of stuff coming up. So we appreciate it. So thanks everyone for joining, and we will talk to you next time. Bye.
Tess, hit the
Tess.